So the iPhone 15 Pro is about to be coming out, and the iPhone 14 Pro is pretty much an iPhone that is almost going to be very similar to something like a 14 Pro, but it is very, very interesting how a somewhat older Samsung Galaxy phone that came out a few years ago now at this point, it's been about over 2 years at this point, how this phone in some ways is actually better than the current iPhone 14 Pro, and even what the rumors and leaks are suggesting about the iPhone 15 Pro, it's kind of better than that phone in some ways as well. And this is actually the Samsung Galaxy S21. In my opinion, there are many ways of how this way older and cheaper Samsung phone is better than a current iPhone 14 Pro or even maybe the 15 Pro. The Galaxy S21 as of right now is basically selling for around $230 on Amazon. And that is a very cheap price to pay for a phone of this caliber, but clearly this phone had a plastic bag, it had some other cheaper alternative pieces with this device, and there are some ways the 14 Pro is better, but that display on the front of the Galaxy S21 is still very good. It's that 1080p dynamic AMOLED display. It is a low resolution panel than the iPhone 14 Pro, but it is a hole punch panel still at 120Hz. And that is something I loved about the S21. Although the panel at the time was a downgrade from the S20, it was still a super nice touch that it was still a pretty decent panel. You're also getting a USB-C port on the Galaxy S21 with the Samsung DeX experience, which allows you to basically plug it into a monitor and get like a desktop-like interface on that monitor. The iPhone 14 Pro, and no iPhones have this right now. iPads kind of have it with the iPad Pros right now on the M2 chipsets, but the iPhones don't have it, and the Android side with the S21, it does actually have it. Now you are getting this plastic back on the S21, which is annoying, so the 14 Pro definitely has a, up there and for sure. But the camera setup on the Galaxy S21 is surprisingly still holding up very, very well. You're getting a wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto lens on all these phones, on these specific lenses, but you're getting 8K capability on the back of the Galaxy S21. That is actually a really nice touch to have on that type of device. With the iPhone 14 Pro, you were getting 4K at 60. And that is a really nice thing to be able to do on a phone like the Galaxy S21, where the current iPhone 14 Pro doesn't even have that type of capability. Like, it's pretty insane that this older phone has it, where the iPhone 14 Pro and the 15 Pro probably won't have it either. I would say in the performance segment, the 14 Pro is probably going to win, but you are getting more RAM on something like the Galaxy S21, and the S21's chipset is still very good, and you have the ability of sideloading other applications, and there have been a lot of cool applications, games, and emulators that have came out for the S21 that are basically not available for the 14 Pro. So it is really nice that we have that type of capability that can take massive advantage of that chipset inside, and you're also getting a bigger size battery inside of the S21 with reverse wireless charging. So there is a lot of capability behind the S21. The 14 Pro is still the better one for sure in some ways too, but the S21 is such a good phone, and I do think in some ways it is actually better than the iPhone 14 Pro. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.